What is going on, everyone? You wake up and you hear all the Bryce Harper news once again. I've stated many times, I'm over this. Just show me when it's going to be signed, and here I am. And I'm in full invest mode. I am fully invested into this thing. I'm dissecting every single little move. I can't get over it at this point. I'm just 1,000% in. With that being said, I talked about how reporters talked about him signing within 24 to 48 hours. And this is why today is happening. Understanding that the Phillies were this close to getting the deal done, this is when all the other teams start throwing in their last options, their last opportunities. This is what you're getting. And what does Scott Boras do? He takes advantage of that, and he tries to raise the price up from the Philadelphia Phillies. I am still confident that the Phillies will land Bryce Harper. John Middleton has the eyes set on the prize. I know that Los Angeles, it's this big franchise you're playing out in LA, and it beats weather-wise and all that. It beats Philadelphia. I get it. The Phillies, in my opinion, are still going to get Bryce Harper. This is all smoke. Scott Boras is playing the game. He's using this as his advantage. He's using it for his advantage. Take a look at Scott Boras' track record. If you don't know much about it, take a look at it. He does this. This is what he does. Oh, and on top of that, this is his best free agent ever. Why would he not take advantage of it? It's annoying. Annoying as hell. But his job? Executing it perfectly. He's about to get Bryce Harper more money. The Dodgers are still in. It's all short-term stuff. It's not going to compete with what the Phillies have. Now, I have some tweets that I want to talk about. The first one, like I said, about Scott Boras. Just saying, if you don't do your research on him, this is so normal. So normal for what he does. It's a mind game. He's playing it. February 8th, 2018, Scott Boras. JD Martinez has grown tired of the Red Sox inflexibility and would prefer to look for another team. 11 days later, Martinez signs with the Red Sox. It's not new. This is what they do. This is what Scott Boras does. Now, more into the Dodgers and the Phillies situations here. The Dodgers moved on from players. They wanted to get under the luxury tax, and signing Bryce Harper would still be able to do that. The argument is, does he want 300 to 350 mil guaranteed over 10 years with an opt-out, or would he rather sign a 3-4 year deal with a higher annual contract with salary? Sorry, I just drew a blank. Where he's making more each year, and then he can hit free agency again at 29-ish. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I talked about it. The Players Union, I don't think would allow that to happen. I think he's going to go with the biggest contract because it spikes it for the rest of the free agents. And for all the free agents in the future, it sets the market better. Although if he's getting paid more annually, but I cannot see that happening. I really cannot see that happening. So Ken Rosenthal was the most recent tweet. At the time of this recording, this was 15 minutes ago. The Dodgers' interest in Harper is short-term, sources tell The Athletic. After turning down Nationals' $300 million, Boras and Harper obviously want to go long. If short-term is in play, other teams might also jump in. All hinges on whether the Phillies are willing to top the $300 million mark and close the deal. And I think that's a no-brainer. I think that's a no-brainer. But the way that Scott Boras is playing the game, now he wants the Phillies to go, hey, listen, the Dodgers are in play. And you know we like the Dodgers. You know we like LA. You know he's a Las Vegas kid. He wants to be closer to home. Jack up the price. Jack it up. It's not going to happen today or tomorrow at this point because everyone put all their chips in. Once they realize, damn, the Phillies are close, everyone put their chips in. That gives Scott Boras leverage. It's a harsh reality, but that's what it is. I still believe we get it done, but it's more of a game now. Now it's just going to keep going and keep going and keep going, and that's just it. That's just exactly what is going to happen. But I can't imagine the short-term thing being real. Why would he go short-term? How can you leave $300 to $350 million or more on the table? And for everyone complaining that the 10 years, it's too long, there's going to be an opt-out. There's going to be an opt-out for Bryce Harper. So it's not necessarily going to be 10 years. You never know what's going to happen. But I'm just saying, for the people who complain about the 10 years. Some other tweets. I heard David Murphy getting interviewed on 97.5. I wasn't sold on his interview whatsoever. He was talking about the luxury tax for the Dodgers and what they can do to stay underneath the luxury tax and all that. But one of the things saying he's not buying that the Dodgers will only sign Harper to a short-term deal at 26. We might be talking 7 for $280 versus the 10 for $350. He's the only person, so I'm not buying this. He's the only person who's talking about the Dodgers going longer term. And I just don't think that that's true. And then we had some other reporters, Todd Zalecki on MLB Network, some key points that he talked about during this interview. Middleton meeting with Harper was relationship building. Team stupid money will still not be outbid at the end of the day. Belief is that Harper and Boras are asking more towards $350 and $375. Like I said, now that they have leverage, why would Boras just say, go sign with the Phillies? Now that he can play the game, hey, Middleton, he picks up the phone. Look, you got the Dodgers. You got other teams calling. Jack it up. It's all a game. That's what he's doing. Dodgers scenario can relate to Cliff Lee's, though. Sneak in on late and go grab him. I mean, that's what happened with Cliff Lee. Who's the sleeper? Who's the sleeper? Bang. Went with the sleeper pick. It could be the Dodgers. Obviously, the atmosphere of the city is a key piece to that, but I just can't imagine it based off of we're going to offer the most money. And then the last point was LA could just be a smokescreen. It could all be part of Scott Boras' plan. And that's the way I'm leaning on this thing. I am so invested at this point. I hate it. I hate that I'm this invested because I told myself, bros, relax. When it happens, it'll happen. But now it's getting so close. Now we're getting to the juiciness of this. We hear 24 to 48 hours. Now all the teams are starting to just throw their last offers at them. And what does that do? It gives that team of Boras and Bryce Harper, it gives them more power. It gives them more power. And here we are sitting through it. But don't be discouraged. I'm telling you. Don't believe all the media. The media is blowing this up. Reporters want to get their tweet out there. One reporter tweeted something about the Grammys in his tweet. You know why? Because then people, when they search the Grammys, his tweet goes up. Oh, more drama than the Grammy. It's for these reporters to get their name out there, get their content out there. You have Heyman doing things that he's been doing all week, all 3 months, just saying useless points. Oh, Phillies are still the favorites, but there's other teams offering. Huh. I would have never thought that. It's all crap. Do not listen to all of the media. Not all of it. It's a lot of smoke out there. A lot of smoke. Do I think it's going to happen now in the next 2 days? Nope. No. We're backtracking. There are teams involved, and I'm sure he's thinking about LA because of the weather and all that, but guess what? That's what it comes down to. We will not get outbid. We will not get outbid. The problem is Scott Boras in this. He's playing the mind game. He's playing the mind game. And how do you compete with that? You play hardball like we did earlier and kind of play with it? If we have to go to 375, are you willing to do it? I put that up on a Twitter poll, but I want to know down in the comments. If we have to go 350 to 375 to secure Bryce Harper, would you do it? Because I'm leaning towards yes. I'm not letting this guy walk away. Here's the difference. With him, playoff run. Legitimate playoff run. Without him, a wild card game loss. If that, that's the difference maker. So if you were going 330 and now we got to go 370, is $40 million the big difference on signing this guy through 10 years? I mean, real. Once you're going 330, what's $40 million more dollars? I know it's a lot. I get it. I don't want to hear the wait for Mike Trout. There's no way to tell you that Mike Trout's coming here. What's the reason behind that? Because he likes the Eagles? Because he's from Millville? That means nothing. That means nothing. You already heard that there's talks about him kind of re-signing a contract with LA, and I think that's his thing. I don't think he really would come back to Philly. I think he found like a second home away from home kind of thing. But why would you even give up the opportunity to get Bryce Harper for a maybe we'll get Mike Trout, maybe, but we don't know, and we just say that because he's a Philadelphia Eagles fan? To me, I'm not buying the smoke. I think we get the job done still. It's going to take longer now because the power is in the enemy's hand, and that's the reality of it. And here we are, ranting about it, pissed off about it, and we're going to continue to be pissed off about it, and I'm going to continue to refresh Twitter every second, and I'm going to continue to make videos and just dissect the situation because it's the hottest topic right now, and he will be in a Phillies uniform as my guest. So I am that confident in it that Middleton understands and Klentak understands how important this is for the organization moving forward. I don't think $30, $40 million is going to be the difference in getting this guy or not. It's go get him now mode. And they know that. And so does Scott Boras. That's why this is taking long. That's why he's jacking up the price. It's pretty simple to me. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see you next time.